Tourism brings money and jobs, but in many parts of Africa, it has also created real problems when the number of visitors grows faster than a place can handle. Nature gets damaged, old buildings fall apart, local life changes. Today we look at 15 African cities hurt by overtourism, how it happened, and what's being done. But before we start, welcome to Travel Wisdom. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Do you think overtourism can be fixed, or is it too late? Please share your thoughts in the comments. I've also made a video called 15 European Cities Destroyed by Overtourism that you might find interesting. Now let's get started. Marrakech has become one of the most overcrowded destinations in Africa. The old Medina is packed every day because of cheap flights and endless social media exposure. The narrow lanes were never designed for modern tourism, so the crowds slow everything down, traditional shops shift to selling tourist souvenirs, and historic walls and doors wear out much faster. Locals who once relied on the Medina for daily life now feel pushed aside by constant foot traffic and noise. Luxor is affected in a different way. Its temples and tombs attract huge numbers of visitors, and years of unrestricted access caused visible damage inside the tombs. The humidity and heat from thousands of people in small spaces make ancient paints flake and crumble, forcing authorities to rotate entry, close fragile chambers, and introduce new rules to slow down the deterioration of these priceless sites. Fez is feeling the same pressure as Marrakech, but the impact hits the local community even harder. The old Medina has seen a big rise in guest houses, cafes, and souvenir stores, replacing local homes and services. As more tourists arrive, prices in the historic center rise, pushing longtime residents away and turning whole areas into tourism zones rather than living neighborhoods. So, Chefchaouen changed rapidly once its blue streets went viral online. The town now receives far more visitors than it can naturally absorb, especially day trippers who only stay a few hours. Streets become crowded with photo shoots, shops shift toward tourist merchandise, and the local pace of life is disrupted. The town's iconic look brings attention, but it also creates pressure that the small community struggles to manage. Stone Town in Zanzibar faces overtourism inside a fragile UNESCO heritage site. Many historic buildings have been turned into hotels, restaurants, and rooftop cafes, putting stress on old structures not built for this kind of use. The water system, sewage network, and local streets struggle under the increased load, while rising rents make it harder for residents to stay in traditional neighborhoods. The area around the Valley of the Kings and Greater Luxor also suffers from overuse. Tombs that were once quiet spiritual spaces now host constant foot traffic, and the microclimate inside changes with every group that enters. Communities nearby feel pressured to convert their land and homes into tourism facilities, changing the landscape in ways that make preservation more difficult. Sharm el-Sheikh has long been a symbol of mass tourism, and the coral reefs have paid the price. Too many boats, anchors, divers, and snorkelers have damaged the reefs, reduced fish populations, and put stress on marine ecosystems. Hurghada faces similar problems, with reefs suffering from physical damage and pollution caused by decades of rapid resort development. Arusha grew quickly because it is the main gateway for safaris and Mount Kilimanjaro trips, but the city's infrastructure did not keep up. Water shortages, waste buildup, and rising costs create tension between tourism growth and local needs. Many neighborhoods struggle to balance rapid development with the resources they have available. Victoria Falls sees heavy pressure on both the Zambian and Zimbabwean sides. Hotels, adventure activities, and high-season visitation stretch local services to the limit. Construction continues to expand closer to the falls, raising concerns about long-term environmental impacts in the buffer zone and the overall health of the surrounding ecosystem. The Giza area in Cairo faces daily crowds at the pyramids. There's constant foot traffic, heavy buses, dust, and some pretty aggressive selling, all of which affect the visitor experience and the site itself. Wear on the structures is a growing worry, and the urban sprawl around the pyramids has only made the situation more chaotic. Table Mountain in Cape Town deals with over-tourism in the form of trail erosion and safety issues. Thousands of hikes per day weaken the paths, create environmental stress, and strain rescue services that must respond to unprepared visitors. The mountain's popularity just makes it harder for conservation teams to protect fragile areas around the trails. Gateway towns near the Masai Mara face extreme seasonal pressure when safari traffic peaks. Too many vehicles crowd wildlife sightings, disturbing animals and damaging grasslands through constant off-road driving. Communities near the reserve lose grazing land and see their environment change rapidly as new camps and lodges expand. Diani Beach in Kenya developed quickly as a luxury beach destination, but its natural systems are fragile. Mangroves have been removed for development, beach erosion has accelerated, and waste from resorts puts pressure on coastal ecosystems. Local fishing communities feel the impact as the coastline changes around them. The Namib Desert looks empty, but it is one of the most sensitive environments in Africa. Increasing numbers of tourists and off-road vehicles create permanent tracks in the sand, disturb wildlife, and harm plant life that takes years to recover. Even small disturbances can linger for decades in such a delicate place. Coastal and park-adjacent areas in Mozambique face similar pressure. As tourism grows, new hotels and activities appear faster than local infrastructure can support. Waste, runoff, and unregulated coastal development damage marine ecosystems, especially coral reefs, while nearby communities bear the costs of rapid growth without equal benefits. Thank you so much for watching. Tourism can help communities, but too much of it can change a place faster than it can recover. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Do you think over-tourism can be fixed, or is it too late? Please share your thoughts in the comments. If you like this video, you might like to watch my other video, 15 European cities destroyed by over-tourism. I've linked it below. See you in the next video. Bye.